Hi, my name is Veer and this is my application for CSE UNSW. I'll be going over Git, what it is, and some core concepts. So let's start with what Git can do. Git is basically a version management system which lets you save snapshots of your code base, kind of like the Google Docs version history feature, but for your entire project. It allows you to experiment while still having the safety net to go back to a previous working version of your code. Services like GitHub and GitLab also allow multiple users to collaborate on the same project using Git, but I'll not be going over that in this video. Let's start by initializing Git. We can run git init on an empty repository on device, and this will basically tell Git to start looking at this folder for changes. We'll add the following animal files to our folder. Each is a basic JavaScript file that prints out an animal sound. To keep track of these files, we'll add them to Git using the git add command followed by the file names we want to track, which is dog and cat.js in this case. We then save these changes as a snapshot by committing them by running git commit -m followed by an appropriate commit message. To see a list of all the commits in our repository, we run the git log command and it'll show every single commit with a unique ID, author, and what was changed. You can use this ID to revert back to a previous commit. Let's say something breaks, you just run git checkout followed by the commit ID to go back to any previous state of the project. This gives you full control over your history, and as you can see, this checks us back to the create platypus commit. Now let's say we want to experiment, but we don't want to mess up our main work. We can do this by creating a new branch by running the git checkout -b command, and this gives us a sandbox environment, which is a copy of the project where we can go wild with our changes. I'll use the weird universe example in this case. And in this universe, what happens is every single animal makes the reverse of their sound. So woof turns to foof and so on. We commit these changes with a message like reverse animal sounds. And now this branch has its own different story. Switching between the branches is kind of like switching realities. On weird universe, if you run the dog file, you get the reverse sound, whereas on master, it's back to normal. Each branch holds its own version of the code, and here is a simple visual to make it more easy. Master keeps going straight, whereas Weird Universe inherits the original commits and then branches off. They live side by side until we merge them in. Once we're happy with the changes, we can check out to master and then merge in Weird Universe using the git merge command. Git brings in the changes and then merges it back into the original master branch. Thank you.